Season 3, Episode 22, Quagmire. No, not the guy from Family Guy. Different Quagmire. So this is the Big Blue American Loch Ness Monster episode.
It was a great episode.
Scully's little Queequeg gets eaten by a crocodile.
I know, it's so sad.
I blame Scully. I blame Scully 100%.
I do too. She lets go of the leash. That dog is not strong enough to pull away from her. There's no way. I know little dogs can be stronger than they look.
Yeah.
But not to rip it out of your hand unless you literally are like slack-handedly holding it.
Yeah.
Which she should not be because it's already done it once.
Yeah, this is like Muffin in Friday 2. Mm-hmm. It's like, why is that dog running around by itself out? You know, like, Scully, come on.
Yeah.
You totally let that dog go. Now, if it was on the leash and it was like going behind the bushes and then like she's like, come on back, and she's like trying to pull him and he's pulling back and then yipe, you know, got taken away, that would have made more sense. For him to like pull away, silly.
Yeah.
Silly. But that greatly upset my kids. So my kids are starting to warm up to Mulder again. And then that happened, and Mulder was kind of just very dismissive of being like...
He was so absorbed in like looking at these...
He's like, sorry about your dog.
Stuff, and yeah.
It's like nothing. He's kind of like, meh. You know, like,
awful.
sorry you lost your purse. Sorry.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And she's just like, can you repeat what you just said after?
Yeah, because she's like out of it.
So
he just is so disconnected
him.
from that.
I don't know why.
Mulder's a dog hater.
I guess. I don't like him either now. I'm done with Mulder.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is another episode that I do kind of remember pretty well from my youth when I watched this show. I think it's another pretty iconic episode. I really like that, you know, Mulder's like he's believing in like a lake monster, you know?
And he's right. At the very end,
he is right
we
at
see
the
Big
very
Blue.
end.
He misses him. He's the Scully this episode.
Yeah.
Because he turns his back right at the wrong moment and misses him.
But thanks to him, they do take care of what was like actually harming people on the lake. Although I am sad that they just like kill this crocodile. I mean, he doesn't have a choice because it's like charging at him. But it's like, well, how did that even get there?
Yeah.
It should not be there at all.
Being from Florida, you should be real familiar with the gators.
Yeah, not crocodiles, but gators for sure. Which I don't know. Is this a crocodile or an alligator? It should
Probably
be
a croc.
I don't know if crocodiles. I know alligators. I don't remember like which ones. I think alligators are freshwater. Yeah.
Yeah, and alligators are fresh.
So should an alligator. It's an alligator. I think that's right too. Mm-hmm. Alligators are so cool though. Like just they're
perfect animals.
They're giant lizards that like they're little dinosaurs.
Yeah.
That's so crazy that those still like you live on the planet with giant lizard dinosaurs.
The Komodo dragon and the crocodile, alligator, those are straight up like things you'd see with the dinosaurs.
They're amazing. One thing that's the way it probably got there, because this used to happen all the time in Florida, is that there was a period when people were buying and selling like baby alligators as pets.
Oh God.
And
so dumb.
Although you know alligators live in Florida, but like that's probably what happened is that somebody had like a baby alligator and they just like were like, never mind, I don't want to take care of it, and they let it go.
We always think we can tame these things, and we just can't. Like Siegfried and Roy, look what happened. Tiger King, remember when we were watching that, and freaking the one person who worked there got their arm ripped off.
Yeah, by a lion.
It's just like these things are not meant to be with people.
No, they're wild animals.
Yes.
They're not supposed to be.
They're not house cats.
Yeah.
They're freaking like carnivorous animals that need to be hunting and killing. They're not like like your little dog at the house or your cat. They're not domesticatable.
Yes. Well, they're not domesticated yet. I mean, maybe over time if that was like all that people did, because that's obviously what happens with cats and dogs to an extent. But anyway.
Didn't we find out like 90% of the friggin' like privately owned tigers are in Texas?
It was
something insane
crazy.
Like that.
It's awful. I'm super against private like zoos.
Who's that
animal...
dipshit Doc
Doc Antler is in
That's what
like
I thought it
South
was.
Carolina or something, but he got arrested.
Guy's a piece
He got
of
arrested
shit.
like a couple, like earlier this year or last year or something. Thank God for. I don't remember if it was animal abuse charges or like illegal, like animal, trading or whatever you want to. I don't remember what it's
Fuck, I
called.
hated that
He
guy
was awful.
so much when,
Yeah.
when I watched that documentary. What a dreadful piece of shit
Yes.
that guy was.
Yes.
We get a potential character here that came back. 2 characters.
Oh yeah.
So we get the stoner from the
Coprophagia episode.
Yeah. So this is Tyler Labine from tons of stuff. He obviously the most famous thing he's done is Tucker and Dale versus Evil. He had his own show on where it's called Deadbeat, I think. But yeah, he's in here and he's with the same girl too, and they're playing the same characters.
They're saying the same kind of characters.
I'm calling them the same
he's
people.
licking a toad, and she's being like, "I don't want to lick the toad."
She's
It's
like, "Are
pretty
you
funny.
sure that's the right?"
Yeah,
you
and
sure
then
that's a toad?
their friend, who's snorkeling.
Yeah, gets ripped in half.
Yeah.
I'm saying this is the same person. Because in the credits he's listed as
Isn't he the
stoner
one that
number
dies
1.
though in the Coprophagia episode?
No, I thought it was his friend. I thought
Whoever.
so. I don't think he dies. I think it's the other guy who dies.
I think maybe.
But maybe they both die.
Maybe you're right.
I thought it was his friend that
I
died.
like thinking
If he
that.
didn't die, this is the same guy. I just have
Yeah.
to believe it because he's literally listed as stoner in that episode, and in this episode he's stoner number 1.
Yeah.
That's the same guy.
It's funny. It's just a funny little same dude.
Speaking of who I want to see again more than anybody, is Seth Green. Roll over to Saddam's house
I know.
and be like, "What?"
But
That's the funniest character.
That
I would
is so
love to see him again. Hopefully he shows up.
hopefully.
But we find out why Scully named her dog Queequeg.
Queequeg.
Queequeg?
Queequeg. Queequeg.
It's with a G at the
Queequeg.
end.
Queequeg?
We don't pronounce the
I don't
G.
think so. Queequeg? Maybe we do. It always sounds like she says Queequeg. Queequeg.
Of course, because of.
Moby Dick.
And she says that Mulder is Ahab.
Yes, she does. Yeah. And then they have a really cute moment where he quotes a line, I think, from Moby Dick, and she's kind of reciting it with him and is all impressed that he knows it. They have a very cute scene when they're stranded on that rock.
That's 2 feet
That's
from
2
the shore.
feet from the shore, but it's funny because they're sitting there talking, and he's kind of saying, "Oh, I always wanted to be Ahab. I always wanted to peg leg because then I wouldn't need to try and prove that these things exist or do something special with my life because it would be
yeah.
enough for me to just survive without a leg," kind of a thing.
That's a good moment. I'm glad you remembered that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
We'll just give some insight into his
He's like, I'm
he's
a
kind of
perfect,
overcompensating.
handsome man.
Yeah.
And I don't, and I need something to make me more special, I guess. Something unique.
Yeah.
He's just like a stock guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good. So I'm convinced that they didn't want to continue to have to deal with the dog in Scully's apartment.
I think so. I think
So
that's why
they wrote it out of the show.
I agree. I totally think that's what happened, which I'm really upset about.
She couldn't have just given it up for adoption to her mom.
Oh no! What they should have done.
She should have given it to her mom.
What they should have done, even if they did give it to her mom, is that
He gets abducted.
No, he comes out. He's not dead at the end. He comes out and somebody picks him up. The stoners pick him up and are like, "Hey, dude!" They take him or something.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
That would've
So
been
then
fun.
it's oh, he's alive, and Scully doesn't have him, but at least he has a home.
Scully thinks he's dead, but
Scully thinks he's dead, but he's got a home. So we would
Oh,
know.
yeah.
And then
That
it would
would've
be
been good.
yeah. I don't know.
that would have been a good way to write him off the show.
Yeah. See? Then the dog doesn't have to die.
Yeah.
You think it's dead.
I like
but
that.
the dog is not dead.
Yeah, I'd be fine with that. Have it as a little stinger
Yeah.
at the end
He's
where
he's like,
oh, see the way you would have done it too, but it probably would have taken away from Big Blue That's the ending, right? But like to make it seem like the bushes are rumbling like right after they leave, and it's like
It's Queequeg.
and it's like, oh, there's another one.
Yeah.
And then Queequeg comes out.
He pops out.
And then it like he just barks and that goes to credits.
Yeah.
That would be funny.
Right?
But you're right though. He'd probably have to be picked up by somebody because then you'd think like, did Scully get him? But it would have been like after they drove off, like it.
No,
pans
you would just
over
think
and
he's like out in the like.
You see the friggin'
woods.
monster on the thing, and then you see the bushes ruffling, and you're like, what?
And then,
Ruffling.
Yeah, and then Queequeg pops up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like
I
that.
like that.
That's how it ends in my mind. We're rewriting this.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's alive.
He's alive.
I'm good with that. And yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was
it's
a good
fun.
episode.
It's
This
fun.
was a fun one.
Yeah. Except for the dog death and Mulder not
yeah,
caring.
Yeah, except for that. Everything besides those two things are fun.
All right. That's that.
Bye.
Bye.